Let's get a check on our weather. Good morning, Matt.
Well, good morning, Danita. It is cold outside this morning once again. My goodness, we got back to this Arctic air over the weekend, and we are there here this morning. But this will be the bottom spot in terms of temps before we start to climb out of here, really through the extended forecast. Like next 10 to 15 days, it's going to be about as cold as we get. So we'll take it, knowing that's the last one for a while. 5 degrees over at Hopkins right now. Look at some of these numbers out east. My goodness. -10 right now, Chardon. We're 14 below Jefferson, 13 below in Ashtabula. Ravenna, you're freezing cold this morning. Worcester, you stick out as well, sitting at 7 degrees below zero. Light wind in most of these locations. A little bit of breeze out towards the west, and we will develop a breeze today, but thank goodness wind chill value is not much worse than what we're dealing with the air temps, but it is a frigid start. We are just so frozen solid here this morning. There's no snow on radar. We've got clear skies right now. A few clouds out towards the west. You see this little area of low clouds heading through Indiana, and then these are some of the high-level clouds that'll work their way in here as we go throughout the day. I do have increasing clouds in the forecast, but I think we got a lot of bright sunshine out ahead of that as high pressure stays in place. Great Lakes are frozen solid. Lake Erie about 95% ice covered right now, almost totally covered right now. Lake Michigan stands out about 34%. And then Lake Superior, way off towards the north, a fairly deep lake, is half covered right now by ice. Very, very cold all over the Great Lakes right now. There are a couple systems out towards the west, so these are going to help to moderate our temps over the next couple days. And you can see lots of precip out in the northern Rockies. For today, not expecting any precip, though. Lots of sunshine before clouds build in. Should make our way into the upper 20s this afternoon. We'll take you through it with your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Temperature and wind chill value there. Sunshine gives way to increasing clouds today. Upper 20s this afternoon into the evening. Now watch temperatures. They are not going to drop tonight. Temps actually rise tonight, so it's going to be warmer when you wake up tomorrow morning than when you go to bed. As we go overnight tonight, we go from the mid to upper 20s into the 30s by daybreak tomorrow. That tells you a storm system's coming in. It's that one we saw out towards the west. So we start tomorrow with clouds. We'll continue with clouds. Just a little bit of sunshine throughout our Tuesday. But tomorrow will be the first time above freezing in almost 3 weeks around here. I was going back in time saying, wow, is this a record? Is this typical? It's not even top 10. We've done this before in terms of below freezing. That stretch of teens that we had, now that was getting into the top 10. Obviously, we talked about it, beat 1899. But either way, we're heading above freezing tomorrow afternoon. It should be delightful. And then a front will come by tomorrow night, and that will knock our temps back down into the upper 20s and near 30 on Wednesday. So we're back to the cold, but not the bitterly cold stuff. We'll have a little bit of lake effect snow around as well. How much snow? This is Tuesday night into Wednesday. Could add an inch or two out in the snow belt, otherwise a quick coating of snow. Yeah, we're not done with that yet, but overall this bitter stuff is heading outbound. Let's go long range here. Here's our lake effect snow that kicks in. Again, on the lighter side, we're going to have help from the other lakes. Remember, Lake Erie's pretty much frozen. Colder air sticks around through the end of the week, nothing barbaric. And then this weekend, we get the system in here. I would imagine we would start as maybe a little bit of ice Saturday evening, Saturday night. We've got to keep an eye on that potential. Other than that, looks like a lot of rain coming in here on Sunday. Now, yesterday, the models had this south, so this may still change, but looking kind of rainy around here on Sunday. And then next week, this big system out towards the west. You like this. Whenever you see lines coming from Texas, all right, that is a southwest flow. That looks to bring us some of the warmest temperatures we've had in quite some time around here. Union Home Mortgage, 10-day forecasts. There it is for you, 40 on Tuesday. And then we're back down to some cold air Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Valentine's Day, I've got us in the upper 30s with some late day ice chances around. And then Sunday with rain. And then after that, there's that warm up out ahead of our next storm system. I'm going optimistic on this. I've got low 40s next Monday, near 50 next Tuesday, and mid 50s perhaps on Wednesday. Some of the models take us well into the 60s. I'm not ready to buy that yet. That would be about a 3-day stretch of warm air before cold air comes back in. But at least we get a taste of it perhaps next week.
Yeah, I'll go for the taste, Matt. We need a taste. I'll take it. All right, thank you.